Greetings, everybody. Derek Wayland, the Biking Viking. Hey, just integrated TrainerRoad in with Zwift. Basically have TrainerRoad running kind of alongside Zwift. I won't go on all the mechanics of how I'm getting that to work right now. There are YouTube videos out there that show you how to integrate both of them, but bottom line is you either need two Ant Plus sensors, or having one program using Bluetooth, or one program using Ant Plus, or both using different Ant Plus sensors to receive data. I haven't used TrainerRoad for a very long time. I renewed my subscription this morning, and I'm going to officially start a month-long training program on Tuesday. That's when that program is supposed to start. But today I figured I would just kind of try one of the other workout modes. This one's called Fang Mountain. It's kind of be pretty much riding at my FTP level of 260 for the better part, and kind of little spikes of over-unders. But anyway, without further ado, I'll shut up about all that, and we will start riding. And like I said, this is the first time I've tried this. Hoping it all goes well. And as you can see, I have TrainerRoad running up on the top. It's kind of weird because I was on my screen, it's down below, but the way I have my streaming software set up, I've got it at the top. So I went to look at it on my YouTube stream, then I'm just verifying everything's working, and I didn't see it. And then I looked up top, and I'm like, oh, there it is. So anyway, so the stream appears to be working all right. So I'm going to exit that and open up the old Zwift companion. So basically what I'm doing right now is the trainer is communicating with TrainerRoad, my smart trainer, my Elite Rampa, and it's delivering the wattage per the workout. So right now it's delivering 130 watts to my trainer, and it's holding that. I've got it set on erg mode, so whatever power it's delivering, I have to do it. Sorry about that quick pause right there. I saw that my heart rate monitor was not paired for TrainerRoad. So now I've got my heart rate paired right there. There's about a half a dozen or more things to check before I started this stream, so I forgot one thing. So anyway, as I was saying, the my Elite Rampa trainer is receiving the outputted wattage signals from TrainerRoad. Oh, here's an audible. There, it's telling me I need to goose it up here. So it just increased the wattage to 169. As you can see down there, or up there. It's got a little green bar telling me where I'm at. So basically the Zwift is just kind of a pretty place to ride right now. It's not doing anything other than receiving the wattage from my trainer and just cruising around Watopia, while the TrainerRoad software is delivering the wattage and running my structured workout plan. So it's really the best of both worlds. And some other software that I'm currently beta testing is hopefully going to be that bridge that gap. But for now, a lot of professional athletes use TrainerRoad because you can make a lot of very, very detailed custom workouts coaches can make for them, for their teams. There's very long structured program workout schedules that TrainerRoad has in it. So that's the one I'm going to be starting on Tuesday, is one of those long workout programs. But today was the first day that I figured out how to do all the overlay and kind of dive into the geekdom to get it all working with my streaming software. So far, so good. Required some gymnastics involved, but it's pretty cool because I'm a data freak. The more numbers, the more things I can check. It's just more fun to me. I feel more involved in my physical improvement with all the data. So I guess if we look at the TrainerRoad thing, my heart rate is right there at 130. Cadence is 83. Current power output from TrainerRoad is 169. And I got 12 seconds left on this interval. And it's going to step up. You'll hear an auditory beep here in a minute. Or 3 seconds. There it is. And it's ramping it up a little bit. And you couldn't see that on your screen, but TrainerRoad popped up another level, kind of telling me how I did in that interval. Just kind of scoring me, letting me know how well on target I kept my wattage and my cadence and everything. So with the Zwift mobile companion up, I can use it, just here on my iPad, to decide where I want to turn and drive, go around Watopia. I believe this is about an hour and 15-minute training session. There also is a TrainerRoad mobile companion, so I could have done this a completely different way and had TrainerRoad working on my iPad, sending the signals to my trainer, and then just running Zwift on my PC. That would have been a lot easier, but I wanted to record the TrainerRoad screen and see it at the same time and be able to stream it. So I had to do a little bit more stuff. But so far, so good. Switch some views around here. Can also do it with this. Helicopter view. Like I said, it doesn't really matter what I do on Zwift. I can just kind of go around wherever I want to go. There, we've stepped up. Wattage 247. And I'm holding this for 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Which is just under my FTP of 260. By the way, I'm the one with the Tron looking bike. Right there. The lovely Viking haircut. If anybody has any questions about this integration with TrainerRoad and Zwift, feel free to add it in the comments. You can also do a search for Shane Miller, the llama. He did a great YouTube video on how to integrate both of them at the same time. So that's kind of where I would point you. You probably search for that on YouTube. All right, another 15 seconds and we'll drop way down. And I don't have to shift gears or anything because with this erg mode turned on, the wattage will just drop on my trainer. So no matter what gear I'm in, I can just kind of hold true. And not have to shift gears. And also with having this kind of setup, since TrainerRoad is controlling the resistance, no matter what road or slope I'm riding on Zwift, whether it's a 0% grade or a 13% grade, it doesn't have any bearing on my pedaling. TrainerRoad is controlling it all. I just have Zwift reading the wattage that I'm delivering. So it still takes the same amount of effort when you're going up roads, but the speed is just the same wattage. I'll just go up slower if I'm doing a slower wattage like right now. But if I'm doing a really hard effort in TrainerRoad, then I would definitely be going faster in Zwift. A lot of people just use straight up TrainerRoad or straight up Zwift, but I've been reading a lot about people doing them at the same time and the benefits of it, so figured I would give it a shot. Zwift also has some really great training programs, so not knocking Zwift at all in that regard, but TrainerRoad is really designed from the ground up to be a really incredible training program with lots of custom workout plans, whether you're a TT, a racer, a crit, or you're focused on long distance, a lot of hill climbs. There's plenty of options to choose from for getting started in a training plan. If you're a beginner or if you're highly advanced. Like I said, I'm going up this hill really, really slow in Zwift because I'm only doing 104 watts from TrainerRoad. So I'm just kind of riding. In Zwift, it's just reading my wattage. I don't feel the resistance of this road at all. Hopefully all that makes sense, but doesn't matter where I am in Zwift. TrainerRoad controls everything. And Zwift is just reading that data and applying it to moving my avatar in the game. Alright, 22 seconds till it ramps up again for a nice long at threshold with some spikes in the low, I don't know, I guess it's probably 265. That's where I'll hit some spikes, but it'll be a good effort. And I got 4 of these to do, so the sweating will kick in. So it's slowly ramping up the wattage now. Well, not that slowly, but it feels gradual on the trainer, which is nice. All right. Ramp up my RPMs a little bit, my cadence, just to make this effort feel a little easier. Thanks for the ride on. Here we go, my first ramp up. Actually, it just reported my average power, my target, my differential, my heart rate, and my cadence. And pretty much everything is where it was supposed to be. Another 30 seconds till I hit that first spike. It's starting to slowly ramp up. You can see it creeping up. 279, 280. So it looks like 285 was the max on that. And we're going to drop back down to my FTP slowly here in a moment. I guess we're hovering just below my FTP. So these are called over-unders. I'm under my FTP and then it spikes a little over. Time to go back up. I think the next time well, never mind. I was trying to think of how to adjust my streaming setup so you could see that additional level that pops up on TrainerRoad, but I can do it, but then it'll really minimize the area of Zwift. So I think I'll just not do that. And we'll come back down. So far, everything's surprisingly, with my history with all of this, surprisingly, everything's working very well. Haven't lost any power, heart rate, cadence. Knock on wood. It's all going well. Now let's go left. Let's head up the mountain. Might as well get some elevation points while I'm at it. It's a long ride. I should be able to get to the top with this particular workout. The top meaning the radio tower, top of the mountain. Or close to it. It usually takes about 45 minutes to an hour for me to do the climb. Average heart rate was 151 over that last segment and a cadence of 86. That's what which the screen you didn't see, that's what popped up just to tell me. Obviously I was right on the money with my power because I have no choice but to pedal the power being delivered. There's no cheating. But if I was doing this on the TrainerRoad app or even this, it will allow you, if I use my arrow keys, it'll drop the resistance down. So if I do happen to get a little too spent towards any portion of the workout, I can back it off a little bit to give myself a little break rather than just quitting entirely I can just back it off and finish out the workout. Because I think after a couple more of these, I'll definitely be feeling it, and I might consider giving that a try. But right now, I'm feeling pretty good. And there's the mountain. Except I'll be going to the one to the right, where the balloons are. Of course, things will be a little slow going here for a little bit because my water's just going to drop way down from TrainerRoad. And I'm entering a steep section in Zwift, 9%, 8%. But in TrainerRoad, my workout's only wanting me to do 100 watts. So my Zwift avatar is going very slowly up the hill. Bad timing for a rest segment. That's all right. And I guess after this, it'll be interesting to see how the Zwift report to Strava compares to the TrainerRoad Strava report. I didn't even really think of that. I mean, bottom line, it should be about the same. TrainerRoad obviously doesn't do elevation because it's just a simulation program. But Zwift will have elevation and GPS coordinates based on the fictitious Watopia, and TrainerRoad is just a strict workout. So I'll have to decide which one I want to put up on Strava. Probably TrainerRoad, because it shows all my intervals, because I want to record this as a workout, as a structured program. I'll just lose that, virtual elevation and GPS data that Zwift usually uploads. And that's fine. I just won't qualify for like leaderboards on Strava for elevation gained for the month. I was kind of curious. I don't want the program to bomb out, but I was kind of curious if I opened up TrainerRoad on my app. I better not do it. I'll do it when I'm offline. I'm worried it'll... Hey, thank you. I'll give him a thank you thumbs up. It's likely to crash it because it might my app might try to start locking into my sensors, and it might kick me out of the PC. So I'm going to give this guy, who just gave me a ride on, a ride on back. Thank you. for 2 minutes, and then we'll ramp up and we'll start to gain some speed and elevation in Zwift. Yeah. Pretty steep section through here, so I'm only going 3 miles an hour because I'm doing only 100 watts, but it'll probably go up to about 7 to 10 here in a minute once TrainerRoad kicks in with the next segment. Of course, now it's flattening out. Some of the butterflies are going faster than me. All right, here we go. I know that was exciting. I got some rumblings going on outside, some rain headed the way, so glad I'm indoors. I guess I'll just hope for no power outages. The equivalent of a flat tire. pretty much at just about the halfway point. Average heart rate was 152, cadence is 83 during that segment. Ramping up to the over spike right now. Or the Fang, I guess that's why they're calling it Fang Mountain. It's obvious now that I'm looking at the profile. Back down the Fang. Heart rate 152, cadence 84. Need to get that cadence up a little bit. Getting ready to come back down for a little rest. And we're going to slow it down. Probably should have said this at the beginning, but equipment check. Like I said, I got the Elite Rampa Smart Trainer. I got a Garmin Ant Plus sensor. I have another generic Ant Plus sensor. That's the one that Zwift's talking to right now. I've got the iPad for the Zwift Companion app. Got a gaming rig for Zwift and TrainerRoad. Got a Garmin cadence sensor and a VI heart rate monitor. And my bike. Bluetooth keyboard here with a little built-in mouse pad. It's pretty slick, makes it a lot easier. You can't see it, but I've got my mid-size monitor up on an arm extending stand so I can pull it a little closer. So it's, I don't know, about 3.5 feet in front of me. Got two small Vornado fans. You probably can just barely hear them. They're fairly quiet, but very powerful. And they're the smaller ones. You can get bigger ones, but these I found. I had two big industrial fans from Home Depot, and those were crazy loud, and they didn't really push air into my face like these little ones do. I mean, these are only, I don't know, 7 inches wide or round, and I've got one on each side of me. And to help with the mic, I've got my mic kind of protected. Got a neoprene sleeve over it and a biking sleeve to help diffuse the air, and it seems to work really well. Like I said, Zwift has its own built-in workout programs as well. Not too long ago, I completed the Zwift 4-week FTP booster workout plan and really enjoyed that. That I could tell it really made a difference. My FTP went up, not as much as I thought it was going to, but it went up a considerable amount. I mean, I think I'm in fairly good shape, so from what I understand, if you're in good shape going in, your numbers, FTP increases won't be that big. So it went up, that's the bottom line. But that was a great program. That one, it challenged me on a few nights, that's for sure. I've got a few of those workouts recorded on my YouTube channel. Unfortunately, at the time, I didn't have very good sensors. And doing the workouts was quite a struggle because I kept losing heart rate and kept losing power. And you can't lose those when you're doing a structured workout. It messes up everything. So I completed those, but I completed them all on my iPad through Zwift instead of through my PC, because that's where I was having the issues. But after getting the Garmin Ant Plus sensor, and I've got it mounted right here on my boom mic stand, I haven't had any issues with wattage or heart rate within Zwift, which is why I'm back up and recording. Alright, getting ready to ramp back up. Good timing to get some elevation gain here. I can climb a little faster. So that was perfect timing for that wattage increase. Said TrainerRoad's currently holding me at 247 wattage. I can't do more, can't do less. Forces you to be honest. The only way to make it feel a little easier is to pedal faster, increase your cadence. I said feel easier, it isn't easier, but harder than a slow grind, a faster cadence. Take advantage of that draft for a minute. Even though I'm only going 15 miles an hour and still going uphill. I'm using that because maybe I'll get a feather. Which won't mean anything for my actual workout, but for Zwift, it'll help me out and move a little faster. But the workout effort will be the same. Lovely glow. Why it switched me back there. One more. Time to go back up the Fang. Slowing down on my cadence too much. I need to kick it up. rest section here. That's a slow cyclist right there. Puts things in perspective a little bit there. 3.5 minutes till the final segment. I might try and goose this last segment up just a little bit with the arrow keys to see how that responds. I don't think we'll make it to the top of the water tower, the radio tower. With this workout, I think these rest segments are a little too low of a wattage and couldn't travel quite as far in Zwift. But this last segment, I'll try to goose up the wattage a little bit, make it a little harder, see how close I can make it. Little pressure adjustment there. Here we go, the last segment. Well, I just tried hitting the arrow keys. Doesn't look like it changed anything, but I might have to click on the actual program itself. But I'm a little concerned if this close to the end I start doing any random clicking. I want to mess anything up. It's going well so far. We'll keep it that way. There's the radio tower. Let's see if we can make it. Average heart rate 152. Cadence 83. My cadence has been dropping. It's kind of harder to keep a high cadence going up right now. That gives you a perspective of what grade I'm not riding. Like I said, TrainerRoad's controlling the resistance, but if I was riding this in Zwift at 14% grade, it'd be a bit harder climb. There's my goal. One more Fang. I think this might end just perfectly, right at the top of the tower. Be able to enjoy the nice fast descend while I'm cooling down. And finish out TrainerRoad perfectly, I believe. Close to perfect. Drop my towel. Well, I was trying to U-turn with the Zwift companion to ride down the hill, but it is not allowing me to U-turn, but lets me adjust the camera angles. Oh, that's odd. It's alright. Alright, looks like this has been this has been a very successful TrainerRoad Zwift combo workout. Zwift for the visuals and TrainerRoad for the power and the structured workout. See what happens when I end TrainerRoad, and maybe we'll finish out the downhill. So there is that. So I don't know if you can see it on your screen. You probably can't. But it is giving me my final results for Fang Mountain. Or not Fang Mountain. I'm combining both of the but for the Fang workout. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize that. And we'll just go ahead and let's see what you see here. Alright. So there's a little weird stuff at the top of the screen with TrainerRoad because I'm not doing a workout anymore, so it's not showing up there, and that is fine. Alright, well, I think I will stop the cast here for now, but it's kind of weird looking at my rear end at the top of the screen, but that's where the TrainerRoad strip was, so that's why we've got that going on. Anyway, very successful TrainerRoad Zwift workout. I appreciate you joining me, and I'm pretty happy with how this all turned out. But thanks for joining me. Derek Wayland, the Biking Viking. Until we ride again. Cheers.